Daddy. Morning. We are here in Kentucky. It's August something. And I think it's a good time to do an update what we've been doing for past 6 months. And I didn't upload much after I did the minivan tour, and I actually got a little bit of popular, and my YouTube channel grew from like 20 subscribers to 200. And I was thinking of redoing that tour of the minivan, because there's a lot of things I left out, but the main thing is that I built the minivan to eventually sell it, so I did not do any permanent damage to it, except I did 2 1-inch holes in the floor in the storage compartment for the diesel heater, and that's about it. No other holes drilled or anything, and the setup was pretty snug. I could drive aggressively, nothing would fall off, and it was pretty cool. But I knew that eventually I would sell the van, the minivan, and that it's pretty much impossible to sell it as a camper van. I did post it as a camper van on Facebook and OfferUp and everywhere, and only one guy messaged me, and he was offering me same amount of money as if the van was empty. But obviously I had diesel heater, I had 400 amp hours lithium, I had 300 watts solar, I had fridge, microwave, you know, all that thing, and bed setup and everything was really nice. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it, but either way. So he wanted me to pay the same money as it would cost the minivan, just empty by itself. So I took it apart and just bought a set of seats for $100 and put them in, and sold the minivan as a minivan, not as a camper. And you know, like, I put a lot of money in that. I put brand new headlights, brand new wheels, brand new tires, BF Goodrich, and like all kinds of things I upgraded for it to go off-roading and, you know, like long distance trips. But I knew eventually I would sell it. It was my 3rd minivan, and I did an impulsive buy then and had to switch to cars. And meanwhile we spent about 8 months around Las Vegas, around Utah, and we did travel a lot to Utah and back, to LA, to dunes, to mountains, canyons, you name it. Utah is probably the most beautiful state in America. So we did a lot of traveling back and forth and camping next to Las Vegas. I really like Las Vegas because like an hour each direction you go is a national park or something, and it's beautiful out there. We actually spent like a couple of months camping half an hour from Las Vegas in a mountain, which was like barely accessible, and it had really fast internet for my hotspot, and it was quite dispersed camping, so we were left alone and quiet, and we camped there quite a while until, well, first of all, I was in Las Vegas since last November because we were supposed to start our race season in April in Long Beach, California, and obviously the pandemic started, and you know, everything got canceled. Like 2 weeks before the race, it got canceled. So we stuck a bit more in Las Vegas, camped until mid-June, I think. And the camp spot we spent a lot of time, Safari got bit by a rattlesnake, and as you can see, he's still fine. But that was like really bad event, and got scared. We went. It took us 2 hours to find a hospital that has antivenom for rattlesnakes, and he was like on the limit. He was like, he wasn't breathing anymore. So that event hit us hard. We spent like a week in Vegas just at the hospital and nearby, and then that was like not like a wake-up call, but it was like, okay, let's move. So we left Las Vegas, went to Wyoming to visit my friends, and we are on our way to Florida to visit our friends in Florida. So we're right now in Kentucky, land between the lakes. It's pretty cool. There's nobody here. And the reason I sold the minivan, the reason this video happens, is because I made an impulsive buy. And I bought this. Like, I didn't really want a bigger van because the minivan was like super comfortable. It was super easy to drive, super stealthy, no issues whatsoever. But it's an all-wheel drive. So that was impulsive buy. And then I realized, like, it has a lot of miles and it had a lot of problems. I had to change the transfer case, the drive shaft, and I spent a lot of money on this to get it fixed. And I can decide. I just put the minivan for sale, I put this for sale, and well, the minivan got more attention, I guess, or it's just coincidence. And I sold the minivan. So we've been traveling in this for since January. Basically, I bought it in December, and till January, February, I was fixing it up, and eventually I just transferred all my solar, all my equipment to the bigger van, and we've been traveling since. It's a little bit worse on gas. It's not that much bigger inside, and it's much bigger outside. But so far, I'd say I'm happy with it. Safari's happy. And I'm gonna do a tour probably in a week or two, or maybe this week. We'll see how it goes. But it's pretty much in finished state right now. We already did a quick tour on Addis and Eddie YouTube channel. They're my friends from Miami, and we met in Idaho, so they really wanted to do a tour, but it wasn't quite finished to the state it is now. But if you want, you can check it out. But I'll post a tour of the van in probably this month, quite soon. So we're just traveling now again, because we spent like 8 months in Nevada and Utah. It was pretty nice out west. It was dry, and it got hot. When Safari got bit by rattlesnake, it was 110 every single day in Las Vegas. So we also installed AC in the van because it was miserable. So I'll show you that too. And now back east, back Central America is really humid, and it's also hot. So we're just swimming every chance possible. We did swimming 2 times already this morning, and it's only 11 a.m. And we're gonna go to Florida for a week, meet friends, and then go back west. because supposedly I will have some events in the West. That's it for now. I know I didn't update anything for half a year, so stay tuned if you want to see a tour of this van. Subscribe, click the bell, you know, whatever. And Safari, we out. Click like, you know, it's free.
Es zināju, pirms viss vēl sākās, nav par tevi kā